Welcome back, awesome Action Toy fans and subscribers. It is JoyToy time, but it is not Warhammer 40k time. It is their own IP. This is part of their Battle for the Stars. This is Sorrow Expeditionary Forces, 9th Army of the White Iron Cavalry. Bit of a tongueful. Now, I'll be looking forward to this as well. This is 1/18 scale. Now, bear in mind, these aren't like your Space Marines in 40k, but this thing's absolutely huge. It is really big, really chunky. It looks really cool. Battle for the Stars, as I said, looks fantastic. And I'm saying it's huge without opening because the box is massive, and maybe I'm wrong. But I will get a Blade Guard Veterans box, and these are 13.8 cm tall. The Blade Guard Veterans is about half a centimetre, maybe 3 to 4 millimeters bigger. But look at the depth issue, or difference rather. This one here, the non-40k, is far deeper. Maybe 1.5 cm, approaching an inch, 3/4 of an inch maybe. So it's a big boy. Now we'll compare it to a 40k figure a bit later, amongst others. So box we just saw, great on the on the figure on this on the front there. See the unmasked head. Now it doesn't come out of this. We've been told that sword looks huge. But it looks like there's not much that comes with them. So let's have a look and let's have this little look-see and have a peek. So just the sword and alternate hands, 2 extra pairs of hands. That sword is huge and he looks awesome. Oh, that's the silica gel, whatever. I thought it was like soft goods. Okay, so since this is very easy, I will unbox on camera. Hands are big. They are very nice though. Now this is the second release for this Sorrow Expeditionary Forces. The first one was the Mecha, Torrent Mecha, which I did review, and I'll stick in the top right, which is amazing for its still frame. The figure was alright, but it had a couple of issues, but a really nice first attempt by JoyToy. And these hands are very similar to the Body 2 40k hands with this pointing finger here and whatnot. Let's get the... that's just ridiculous. I reckon he could give a... well, you know, I'm going to say that, but he looks like he could give a Space Marine a run for his money. It will do some serious damage with this damn thing. That's just massive. And then our actual... let's get our actual figure itself. Let's put the rest of the stuff out the way. And here he is just huge. And here he is. Let me stand up so you can see him all. He is over to the top, over the fence at the back there. Wow. Okay, let's get a closer look. So a close look, and look at some of the things we can see there. There's his weapon there. And they've indented the barrels. Well done, JoyToy. To the back. Looks like this can come off. That belt, look, that can come off too. You see that? That there is going through there. So you could take off that. That's pretty impressive. I don't think these things come out. It'd be great if they did though. No, look, you can take out the clip. That's awesome. Just took his hand off there. And that clip, these ones, I don't think so. The grenades are fixed. Let me just put his hand on. It is the double barbell joint hands like on the 40k figures. I'm really happy about that, because they've got fantastic wrist articulation. We're supposed to be able to open up this sort of helmet and see it's there. He is. Is that a he? That could even be a she. Oh, no, it's a he. The head's all right. It's got a neck, so you could, and it is actually pegged onto the neck, not one part. So you can take that off and use it on other figures. I will probably take that off a bit later to try and see how it's compatible size-wise and other figures. That's really quite cool. So we can see that hand is going to annoy me if it keeps coming up. This time it's come the other way. It's the other end of the barbell joint. I think maybe the pit isn't deep enough for it. That does look really nice. Okay, so let's have a look at some of the articulation. So the head, there's going to be inside, there's movement. Great. Woo! But, you know, you close it, there's going to be nothing there. On the back, nothing that I can see there. The shoulder armor pieces, there is some movement in there, which means it should help with some of the articulation. The shoulder, you can see, it's got a really good shoulder roll. Outwards is going to be the issue. If they'd made this shorter here, inside that little white piece, that could have gone further up. Does it go all the way around? Yeah, it'll go all the way around, but the armor does clash in places. You can see it's clashing here. So you need to be a bit careful on that. It is a double... It is a double bicep joint. I'm going to put that hand back in again now. It wasn't nice the first time. If it keeps popping out, it's not a difficult fix, but it just makes it a bit annoying, particularly since you might lose some of the articulation because it'll pop out. So double bicep joint. So if you get it lined up nicely, how stiff is this going to be? Well, that's ratcheted. It can go more bent than that. I mean, that's 90 degrees. He can go more than that, just that things are getting in the way. He can get a really good bend on the bicep. There is a swivel from the bicep. That's actually swiveling from the shoulder instead, but I can see a bicep swivel there. Swivel there. I suspect that this peg for the wrist is slightly too short. Gun looks pretty good. And these ones, I'm assuming can take out the clips and put the other ones in. That's really nice. Waist, there's a turn, there's a forwards, backwards, small side to side. Trunk, I should say. There's a trunk turn and a waist turn. Hips. Look at that. That is phenomenal. And this is nice because this holds that little nasty hip gap. It just hides it by coming down. Forwards and backwards is pretty much a full split, so you can see the sort of the articulation system inside there. Swivel from the hip. It appears to be a double kneecap on ratchets. So that's just phenomenal. Look how tight that is. Really quite impressive. And the knee doesn't look too ugly on the inside either. That looks quite nice. Feet. There is a small boot turn. There is a small side to side, tiny. And a bit like the 40k figures, if you push the feet forwards and hopefully underneath, you get a small tippy toe, and then backwards and the other way you get a small dorsiflexation, and they do have toe, very stiff toe articulation. Yeah, there's one. And oh my word, and that one there should be two, but that one does not. And hand come off again. Want to move anywhere? There we go, two. And that's a really strong joint there as well. So I wasn't really worried of breaking. What came off that time? One of his clips came out from where? From here, not his hand. Fortunately, let's put that back in. So, first impressions, I love the look. Very, careful wrist. I didn't do hands, did I? Very good use of the parts like this to hide the ugly joints. With his hands, it should be good articulation. I'll look at this hand, so it hopefully won't pop out so easily. So we know it can turn. It's got good forwards, backwards, up, down, and around. Yeah, fantastic. And the one that keeps popping out is going to pop out again. To fix that, I would put a small thin layer of PVA glue around the inside and pop it in, and let the glue dry, then pop it in, and then that should keep it in place more easily. Very, very nice. Very stiff joints. Let me see how he holds this. This is just ridiculous how he holds his sword. See, even though he's right-handed, they should have put the gun really on the left hand. Let him hold this in his right hand. That'd be my preference. That's a great sword. Look at the little hole in the handle too. That's so nice. A little bit of felt tip pen on my hand. I work in a preschool, so yeah, that's really quite nice. The fingers have some give, a lot more than the 40k figures. And having the ratchets is great because he can hold that up like that. He's not falling over. The hand is very, very secure. So the other hands, he has two open hands like this. Can we get a focus? There we go. And then he has one sort of, I'm going to hold a gun and pull trigger, even though it doesn't come with a gun hand. And then the pointing with the two fingers hand here. Okay, so what's he like for action poses? Let's have a quick look. He should balance very easy with these massive legs. Just the setting up with these ratchets is going to take a little bit of getting used to, I think. There you go. There's a little turn as well he did. Straight away, no problem. Very, very nice. Now I have got some blast effects, but I think they're too big to fit into the barrels. Yeah, but that would look fantastic if I had that thing in there. But better for one than for two. So you can't fit two in at the same time. Okay, so let's have a look at his size and do a size comparison. I've got to say he is amazing, really good. I mean. And a lot of that is down to these loose parts here. As I said, if they weren't there, he'd look pretty crap having these sort of ugly looking hips and whatnot exposed for everyone to see. Okay, so he's there. My tape measure is here. Let's push him back a bit so we can see his feet. This will be in cm because my tape measure. The Chinese one doesn't have inches. The Chinese have their own measurement, which is not inches and not centimeters, which is kind of unusual. So to the top of the helmeted head, we're looking at about 15 and a half inches, and we're looking about, sorry, inches, centimeters, about 15 and a half, 16 to the top of the actual figure. Now if I compare Ragnar Blackmane, who's a Space Wolf from their 40k line, who's a big figure, he is dwarfed by this guy. If I get I'll get my Fortnite figure, I think this is Shark Senior or whatever his name is, who's a very fun figure. I quite like him. And he's not really my cup of tea, but I still like him. He is dwarfed by that, if you look there. And let's get another Battle for the Stars figure. I forgot this guy's name, or this team's name. And you see he just towers over. In fact, I'll do one more size comparison. Take out my Fortnite guy. Because I think he'll look pretty good scaled with a 6-inch figure. So I'll get, is it the Death Dealer? I forget his name. From Shang-Chi, because he's on my desk. Who's a 6-inch figure. Marvel Legends. So let's make sure we can stand up first. Come on, Hasbro. Make figures that can stand up easily. Let's have a look. Now you can see he's smaller than the 112 scale, but that's quite good because it shows that he is 118. And actually he might even appeal to some 112 scale collectors. Really, if they'd made him like an inch taller, or an inch and a half taller, I think it'd been great for 112 collectors, but then it would have maybe not been so popular with 118 scale collectors because it would have looked a bit too out of sync. Very, very nice figure. It does look fantastic. I've got 3 of these here. 3 came today. So I'm happy with that. He just looks so, so good. Now if I just put Battle for the Stars and Battle for the Stars together, it's like, yeah, who's your money on? Come on, let's take some bets. He is a big boy. He is absolutely awesome. Okay, this is Awesome Toys saying please consider joining the Patreon. Lots of prizes to be won over the next few weeks. Weekly prize draws. Link in the top right if you want to check that out and get to see content early and extra content. Please like this video, subscribe to this channel, and smash that notification icon bell so you don't miss videos when they are published. Stay happy, keep collecting, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.